Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/thenerdcore. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
Hello, nerds. You're listening to an episode on the Nerdcore podcast feed. If you're feeling generous, please consider pledging to a tier on our Patreon at patreon.com/thenerdcore. We have tiers as low as $1 per month. Thanks so much, and enjoy the episode.
Hosted by two land lovers on this feed, and that is the Nerd Chicano Show, episode 46. And as always, it is the Nerd Chicano and his trusted
sidekick.
No, not sidekick. I'd say like
yeah, you're like Batman. I'm like the butler.
You're Alfred.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, it's Luis. He's here, and he's beautiful as ever. How are you doing today, Luis?
Pretty good up until the fact that you said that I couldn't read an ad. Are you ashamed of me?
No, I'm more like ashamed.
Because last night in bed, you didn't say anything. So what the hell, buddy? What the hell?
Yeah. We go ahead and keep that off the air, Luis.
All right,
our lives outside of the microphones. But because then Brad would get jealous.
Brad.
Damn,
Brad. Camarada Brad.
Yes,
sir.
Oh, man. How's everything going on over there? Is it chilly?
Yeah, it's actually, so it came down from 98 degrees to 96. So it's pretty cold over here. We're out here wearing jackets. You know, we got our Timbs on. We look like real New Yorkers. So, you know, it's a good time over here in the 956.
You're looking like a real New Yorker. I'm gonna try.
Yeah, did you see my my little my little get up, or can you not see me?
Yeah, I see you. I see you. You're representing Eric.
I got a little UT jacket. Pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's Nike. You know, I don't own a lot of Nike things, but
yeah,
this is one of them.
You want to know how cold it is right here?
What's that?
You want to know how cold it is over here?
How cold, baby boy?
58.
Ew, dude, that's gross. Yo, I can't, dude. I can't with. I mentioned this already. I'm like, dude, I'm not a cold person, dude. Like, I can't do anything under, I don't know, fucking 70. Anything that requires me to put on my fucking jacket.
Yeah, well, this room requires you to put on your jacket. It gets so fucking cold in here, dude.
Dude, you know what I've noticed?
What?
It's been over a year and a half-ish, right? A year?
Mm-hmm.
Year and a half. A year. That you've moved over there. And I haven't gone to go see your room. Like, I haven't seen it in person in Houston.
Well, to be fair, you didn't see the last room, and you're... That one's gonna...
Oh, yeah. I didn't see the other room. You're right.
Yeah.
But...
You'll never be able to see that one.
It's weird because in such a long time, obviously, you're like literally one of my closest friends ever. Yeah. But I haven't gone to Houston.
You're not missing out on much, buddy.
I know. It's because every time I go to Houston, I don't really... Look, I'm not going to call Houston out because obviously I was born there and I lived there for a long time and shit. H-Town, hold them down, right? Which is cool. But sometimes, like, there really isn't anything to do, dude. Like, not that there's anything to do. I'm sorry. But not that there's nothing to do. It's just, like, it's a cup of tea, right? It's an acquired taste, Houston, because you got a lot of things to do. Sorry, give me a quick.
Yeah, I guess what you're trying to say, Houston ain't no Austin or ain't no San Antonio per se, right?
Exactly. Like, how can I put it like this? Okay, Houston, it's so big, it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
Like I go there and I'm like, dude, like.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like there's so much that it's not enough. Yeah. Does that make sense? Like
no,
I prefer like
it.
a smaller quantity, but know that I can. I don't know if that makes any sense in my head. It does make sense.
I know what you're saying, man. I know what you're saying, but fuck Dallas. Fuck Dallas.
Okay, Dallas, dude. Like, come on. That's not even a place, dude. No. Dude, Dallas is such a weird place to go, man.
Dude, fuck Dallas, man.
I'm not gonna talk shit, but sometimes it's fucking ghetto, dude. Like,
fuck Dallas.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say all of Dallas, right? But like, a lot of it's like, come on, dude. They got the Cowboys. Just kidding. Your dad's gonna kill me.
Yeah, dude, fuck Dallas. Fuck all that shit, man. Fuck Dallas.
Fuck all that shit. H-Town, hold them down. Who cares?
Hold down, baby. Yeah, that's right. Last night, the Astros won, baby. We're going.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yes, sir. So, we were all about that yesterday. It was good. But, yeah, man, you're really not. I mean, at least the room, you're really not missing out on much, man. It's your standard college dorm room.
See, I don't know, dude. Because I've never been to a college dorm. Well, yeah. I have, but I've never lived in one.
Well,
so to me, it's like foreign.
Look, like that. You see my bed right there?
Yeah.
Cool. That's my side of the room, and then over here where I'm recording, there's just another bed on top of this that nobody uses because I have a room for 2 people, but I live by myself, and I have a desk, with 2 cajones and shit. I got a fucking, on this side, I have my my shelf with my drawer to put my necessities. Mm-hmm. On the other side, on that side, I have my shelf with a drawer where I put my boxers and my shirts and stuff, like the ones I use to sleep. And then you see around this area, there is 2 closets. One closet has like chips and stuff and all that stuff and like soap and all that stuff. I have that stuff. And then obviously on that side is where my my monitor is with my PS4, and then there's a refrigerator and a microwave, and that's it. It's just such a standard place.
Standard place. Well, still, it'd be kind of cool to go because obviously this is like a privilege thing, right? But I don't know what it feels like to go to a new place, have to rent it, and move all your crap in, and then just stay there.
Well, come through, bro.
Pay somebody and shit. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Yeah. That's privilege, right? I'm gonna say because that everyone's got their privilege in a different right? Like you have a privilege of being able to afford said apartment or whatever.
Well,
and live there and shit like that, right?
You know how we pay it, bro.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what I mean, right? Everyone's got their privilege. My privilege is that I've never been doing that, which is kind of weird.
Well,
because I was noticing, dude, you know what's weird? I'm about to be 23 years old on next Friday.
Damn. Yeah.
But I've never lived alone. Whether that be with anybody, by themselves. I've never lived alone. I don't know what it's like to go to a home and it's empty, and that's it.
Yeah. Hold on, let me check. March 28th through the 31st. March 28th through the 31st is the Houston Latino Film Festival. Oh. And I want to go to that. So if you want to come through on March 28th through the 31st.
March 28th. Yeah, by that time I'll graduate.
Huh?
By that time I'll be graduated into a nurse. And I'll be looking for things to do, too.
Son of a bitch, yeah. Well, I don't know, bro. We can go watch an Astros game. How about them Astros?
Astros. Honestly, those are so much fun.
Yeah.
Astro games are so much fun.
Well, damn, bro.
You go, and it's not even about the game. It's more about the experience. You go, you eat a hot dog, grab a couple drinks, have a good time. Yeah. Fuck around with your friends.
That fucking hot dogs there are good, brother.
Yes,
good.
Sir.
I love them. Yeah, man. It's you just look. You gotta just find out when you want to come through. You have a bed right here. Right there.
I hope it's the same one as yours.
What?
I hope it's the same one you're sleeping in.
Yeah. Well, cool. You can sleep on that bed with me, and Megan can sleep on this one on top. Yep. And then you and I, we can take a shower together in the community showers too.
Ah, beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, because if you come over here, you're gonna have to shower in a community shower.
Yeah, dude, bro.
Yeah.
Realization today, dude.
Yeah.
I still got it.
You still got it? What?
Let me explain. I still got it.
Let me see. Well, lay it on me.
I went to clinicals today.
Uh-huh.
Right? Yo, I'm just average me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, today I put on my favorite scrubs, which is pretty much the same shit that I wear all the time, but it's just, put my long sleeve and shit. Got my tucked in scrubs. Gotta flex a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Muscles, biceps looking a little good today. And let's just say I got the looks. People giving me the looks. I felt great today. My self-confidence up the roof today. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. I hadn't had a self-confidence day like that in a bit, but I felt really good. I was like, oh my God, thank you guys. Oh, it feels so great. Yeah, dude. I just wanted to share that because I felt really good today, physically. I was like, oh.
I wore this shirt I got here. I wore some black pants in my Vans. I put on a flannel. We was dripping.
Ooh, drippy. You're dripping, dude.
Drippy, yeah. But I don't know if it's. I don't know. I noticed something today. So I know you can barely look. You can barely see my facial hair, right?
I can see.
But I was looking in the mirror, and either these are blonde, or they're white. Because I was looking in the mirror, and I was like, "Why do I see that these are white?" I'm like, I cannot be getting fucking. I can't be getting ganas already. I can't.
No, like as far as I saw you last time, they're like a really, really light brownish to blonde-ish type of hair, but they're not white. No, they're not white.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna shave, but yeah, what's it called? I was like, please tell me I'm not getting gray hairs already, man. Because I swear, sometimes if I put this side of my head on the right angle, like it looks like there's a white streak going there, but I don't think so, man.
Oh shit! You know what, dude? I'm starting to get my first few ganas.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's freaking gross.
Yeah. My brother had some by this age already.
What's that?
My brother had some by this age already. Like in the back of his head, he had just like a big streak of hair that was just fucking white, dude.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
No, yeah, me too. I'm getting like little hairs on the top right here. Just in the little, just a few hairs. But I know that maybe like a couple years from now, I'll probably have a little more hair, a little more gray hair.
It's crazy.
My older brother has that too, though.
Your little brother?
My older one.
Your older brother? Yeah, Mario has to have it right now, bro.
Yeah, he's got a few in his beard too. It's kind of weird. And he's only like a year and a half older.
Yeah, but he's got a kid too, so he's got to be stressing like hell. That's how they make.
True. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
True. Let's talk about something that you and I watched recently.
Oh yeah.
If you want to get into that already.
I believe this is as good of a time that we can get. Nothing else is out of the window that we need to talk about. Anything good's happened. Anything
juicy?
Anything juicy? I don't know. Look out here. It's just been a busy ass week, man. I've been doing a lot of stuff. We're setting up for the live show. We're rebooting that shit, right?
Yes, sir.
So I'm setting up over here, getting some stuff ready, making sure that I have enough space to do it, because I'm gonna have guests here. Gonna have people from my top floor. Gonna have my cousin, all that cool stuff. So
Your cousin?
My cousin.
Oh yeah. Smiles like camera. Just kidding.
Smiles like camera. Yeah. So
I've always fucked with you.
I know. I don't fucking like it, but yeah. So I've been doing that. Cleaning up the room too. Yeah. And pretty much it, but like other than that, just turned in like work and stuff. And I started taking into effect what's it called? My writing patterns, and I guess I finally started to journal thoughts now, so that way I have ideas for things I want to do that may slip out of my mind slip out of my mind like during the time. So now I just carry my journal everywhere where I go. So if I have something that pops into my head, I just whip it out and be like, shh. So yeah.
Like a true artist. Like a true
artist. Yeah, but I'm trying to get a smaller journal, like a smaller one, so that way when I can carry with me, it's like, let's say if when I get out of the movie theater and I already have thoughts that I already want to write down before I forget them for the reviews, I'll be like, shh, like a real critic. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Yeah, nothing going on with you.
I don't think so, man. I think my life's pretty boring for now.
That's not boring.
I think I'm doing pretty good.
It's not boring, bro.
Well, I'm going to go pumpkin patching tomorrow,
Pumpkin patching? Yeah, I know. Megan was saying how she wants to go pumpkin patching, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck it, what she
usually wants. I find out about those things on Twitter. She'll post something like that.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, all right, cool.
I thought you were going to say fuck what she wants.
Nah, man. Nah, happy girlfriend, happy life.
Can't get in trouble right now.
Yeah, I can't get in trouble, man. I'm up to ice right now.
Sleep in the hallway.
You just hear a fucking chancla over my head. She throws him from San Benito.
Yeah.
Ow.
All right, well, then let's go ahead and do this, and let's just go ahead and nonsense out of the way. It's about time we talk about something we got to talk about here. So, if you already know that we are going to talk about Joker, and you haven't seen the movie, this is your chance to click off, because after this, we're going to talk about a lot of spoiler-heavy stuff. So, without further ado, we're going to talk about hold on, you know what? I got to do
What's
this. You know what? I'm going to... You stall. Because
all right.
I have a new thing that we're starting to do with the spoilers.
Okay, cool. Hey guys, Luis here. Thank you so much for liking, viewing, subscribing to this channel. I appreciate it. Don't say that a lot, but I like the outlet that not only Raul, but this podcast has for me too, because it's kind of like an outlet to like express my emotions and things of that nature. But I hope everyone's having a good day. Little life advice: just be happy, or try to, and smile. That's a good thing to say.
So
that rolls back.
All right, so what's it called? Spoiler warning will be in effect when you hear this wonderful noise.
How'd you do that? Is that a soundboard? Did you get a soundboard?
It's on my iPad.
You sicko.
I just put all these sounds in my iTunes, and I just go in and I go.
Big Daddy.
Oh, good Lord.
What was that?
That was Julia on an episode. We were talking about Django Unchained, and remember that character is like, "Hey, Big Daddy."
Yeah.
And
so is that her? Okay, that's her.
She went like that, and I was like, "Oh God!" But yeah.
Big Daddy.
Oh, good Lord.
Goodness gravy.
Oh, it's great, man. It's great. And I just noticed I didn't play our new intro music, but I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a snippet of it. Well, I'm gonna play it for Luis right now, but then I'll put it on in the beginning. I'll put it right now when I edit. But yes, look, Brad, I would like to introduce you to the new Nerdy Chicano music.
All right. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
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 Yeah.
Baby, that's doing things to me.
That's right.
Ooh, baby, that's doing things to me.
Yeah. I'm on my lando.
Hey.
Yeah. And you're listening to the Nerdy Chicano show. Like, yeah, that's our music.
Goodness gravy. I want to go dancing now.
Yeah, that's our music, man. I'll go ahead and put that in editing, but next time we actually go back to do it, when we actually start recording, I'll play that when we start recording. But yeah, that was my bad, guys. I wasn't really thinking. I really
like that.
Yeah, I literally just came out of using the restroom, so, like, I wasn't in my five senses anymore yet. So yeah, guys, let's go ahead and get into this. Spoiler warning is in effect in 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, man. You watch Joker. I watch Joker. It's about time we talk about it, dude.
Yeah,
oh man. Look, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of movies that have made me realize a bunch of things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I walk into certain movies without expectations, because then I walk out even more surprised than I thought I would be if I would have walked in with expectations. That was my thing with Joker. That was my thing with Ad Astra. I walked in to Ad Astra saying, like, I have an idea what this might be about and what they might do in it, but I don't think it's going to go that way. And guess what? It didn't go that way, and I was really surprised, and that's why Ad Astra's in my top 5. Now, Joker was the same thing. I said, okay, I know it's a character study. I know that it's going to be a different look into the film, and it's not going to be your normal comic book movie, so I'm ready. I'm not expecting anything. I'm not expecting, them to really blow it out of the water. And I'm glad to say, man, that and I'm glad to say that I'm sorry, I got a notification for Twitter. But yeah, I'm glad to say that I fucking love this movie. This freaking movie is unlike anything I've ever fucking seen, man. It is wild. So many choices they did in this movie where I was like, how the fuck did DC get behind this? Like, you know, it really shows that this company is not worried about, you know, really making the mainstream thing that's been going on in the genre, and they're really behind their directors now. They really want to make the movies that their directors want to make. And fucking Joaquin Phoenix, guys, he's going to fucking get nominated 100 fucking %. There is no fucking doubt in my mind this man's about to fucking get nominated. That was an incredible performance.
Yeah. So like I said last week, I think I told you last week, right?
Yes,
about a little bit about like the my review on it or something like that. Dude, what a great film, man. Something so unique and different, and I like the way DC's going with their new movies, I guess. Like unlike Marvel usually tries to appease to like a bigger variety of people, right?
Yeah.
So children, adults, and teens, and whatever the hell. DC, I feel like with this film specifically targeted, obviously it's not a child's film.
No,
obviously 100%. Even by the rating itself, you cannot watch it. I tried to go to the movie theater with my younger brother, and even then I had a little bit of trouble trying to get him in, just because of how explicit and violent some of the scenes are.
Yeah.
But I like the direction it's going towards. It's catering to, and it's weird because it's like a business tactic too.
Yeah.
When you cater towards something that the adults like, and by adults I mean like the older audience, like the 18 to 25-year-old demographic. Usually children will like, they usually think like, oh, these are like the cool kids, so whatever they watch, I'll try to watch. And even though this is a rated R film, and they try to appease to this audience, I still think that children are gonna like follow in that path and be like, wow, okay, my older brother really liked this, or you know, oh, this YouTuber that I watch, he said that Joker was really cool. And so that they get their parents to take them, and then that's how I guess they make a lot of money off of these films. But I really, 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 really enjoyed that they didn't hold back on anything, and I like that they did. I like that they did very taboo things. You know,
it was like if I was watching a like 70s movie.
That's what I mean.
Kind of like the style they used to do back then, where they weren't even like, they were trying to work outside of the norm. And I want to read you some stuff here, Luis. So on a production budget of $55 million before marketing, of course, right?
All right.
This movie opened up with $96,202,337 at the box office. All right.
Opening weekend,
96 mil. That was more than Spider-Man Far From Home. That was more than that one. And now, as of right now, the domestic gross is $137,728,787, and worldwide, it is at $289,928,787. Holy shit!
Dude, that is, they made profit times 4. Wait, times 4 is what they already made.
This isn't even this isn't even like second weekend yet. We haven't got. This is right now, as of Friday that we are recording this episode. This is how we're standing. We don't even know what Saturday and Sunday's numbers are gonna bring, or even Friday night's numbers. This is wild, dude. It's that they really took a shot in the dark, and they said let Phillips make the movie that he wants to make, and. You know, this is really as like ballsy as it gets, because this could have gone really a different way. This movie could have fucking bombed, but it didn't, and it's working for them. And we're gonna see a huge campaign as soon as the Oscars start to ramp up, because this is not going unnoticed, dude. This movie's gonna be fucking big.
Going in the direction that DC is going in now. So more of a darker turn and etc. How do you feel about another character? If there's any other character that could be as dark or as like eerie as like the Joker, do you think that DC is gonna try to go that route, the very dark, route, or do you think this is going to be that spin-off movie that they originally intended to do and keep
so like
what's his name, Mr. Jared Leto as the main once I'm thinking about it though,
I don't even want to think about Jared Leto anymore.
Exactly.
I don't.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
If this is the last time we ever see a Joker in a movie for a while, I'm good with that. I think,
me too.
I don't care about seeing Jared Leto anymore. I don't. Like, let him be fucking Morbius with Sony, what he's doing right now. I think this is the Joker I've been wanting to see for a very long time. This is the Joker that I never thought I would want to see, and the way I got it, I think that for now, like, nobody can top this. No, nobody can right now. Nobody can. I was gonna say a lot of people have been kind of pitching the ideas of more of these one-off like Elseworld stories,
right?
And I would like to see what people have been throwing around would be like a Lex Luthor movie, you know, kind of like very like business side, but I think that would be very niche type of audience. I don't know if that one would be a big one, but hell, I think you could like. Depending if you want to do like this lower budget stuff, I've been throwing around the idea of a Thomas Wayne movie with old Gotham and kind of like a mafia movie as well. Kind of do it like that. As we saw in this movie, Thomas Wayne's kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's kind of a fucking dick.
Yeah, very Trumpish type of character in this movie. He's kind of a fucking dick. So yeah, I would be really interested to see how, you know, more of that and more of that side of it. And I was going to point out a couple things, dude. This movie really had me on edge. I mean, the whole time I was like watching it, I was like, holy shit. Like, how are they going to go past this point where I already think that it's this high? And then they go and they do it again and they do it. And they just, towards the end of the film, like they just keep, I'm like, I thought at the end, I'm like, okay, cool. The last part where he's walking out of the psychiatrist's office with the blood, I was like, okay, cool, that's it. That they can't ramp it up more, right? And then they do that last scene with Bruce in the alley, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like,
exactly.
What the fuck? Like, they are fucking going for it, man. Like, I thought that they were gonna stop, and I'm like, all right, that's it. Like, come on, man, that's as good as it's gonna get, right? Boom, 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 boom. Just keep on ramping up that fucking what's it called, level, dude.
The ceiling was raised every single time, even up to the last scene where the Joker had killed
Bobby De Niro. Yeah.
No. Even after that, do you remember he killed the psychiatrist or something at the asylum, and he was dragging, like his foot was dragged in blood, and then he was running away from the other asylum security, I guess, whatever. But what a great film, yeah.
Dude, it was incredible, man. I was the whole time like, I'm pretty sure like people, if they could see my face, like they would have been worried that I'm enjoying this movie a little bit too much. But like, dude, I get that the credits roll, the lights turn on, and I'm just like, I've never seen anything like this in the genre before, and this is kind of what I wanted from this genre, more of these mature stories. And I'm like, oh, God, like I can't believe I just watched this. Like this is truly like, you know. It's special. It's special in the way that they create the story, and like I was just smiling throughout the whole thing. I'm like, oh my God, like I can't believe I'm watching this. Like I can't believe it. Yeah.
And I get the nervous laughter sometimes. So when this film was playing, and there was a few scenes where there was like intense like killing, like specifically that former coworker of Arthur that came to his house. Yeah. And he started obviously beating him and then obviously killing him. I had a nervous laugh, like I was like, and people started looking at me like if I'm weird, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, like I'm not trying to laugh. It just like fucking movie just got me anxious, dude. I got anxious. Like
that's the nervous laugh I had with that scene in Hereditary, where she gets decapitated. I'm like, I'm like, it's
where you don't even know what to do. You're just like,
okay. Yeah, man.
They're doing the whole Seth Rogen type of like.
Yeah, man. It was like, and props to the crowd at AMC 8, man. You know, there was no kids in that theater. No kids. And
Thank
I'm
God, it's
actually
not a kid's
really
film.
interested what Pat thought about the movie.
I took him, dude. He at the end, obviously, you know how Pat likes to like talk about theories as well and stuff like that. He really liked the movie. The only one that I didn't like the movie wasn't my older brother. It was my cousin.
Yeah.
He's like, he kept telling me, dude, I wasn't even scared, bro. I'm like, dude, it wasn't even a scary movie, man. Shut the fuck out. Like, it was supposed to be a scary movie,
man.
What are you talking about?
Mario really liked it too?
Dude, big time, dude. He was like, he started practicing his Joker laugh.
Yeah.
Throughout the rest of the weekend, and then when he came on Sunday, he started practicing that too. He's like, like, I don't know how he does it, but he does a lot better than me.
Do you still have the video? The video I sent you?
Yeah, I still have it. Yeah, I got it saved on my camera roll. Let me just go ahead and put it up for you guys real quick.
Yeah, my Joker laugh is this one.
Oh, there we go.
Nah, not that one. But yeah,
hold on.
Put it on. So I sent Luis a video of the Joker filter on Instagram.
Hold on.
This is it.
But it's a cool video because it's him in a Joker filter.
Yeah.
Or like a clown filter or whatever.
Yeah.
It fits.
Yeah, if you listen to the Joker review on the main show, I did a laugh again and like towards the end, but yeah, that laugh, dude. Oh my god, that laugh was eerie. It was unsettling, dude. This movie is fucking unsettling. The music, dude. Oh my god, the music is amazing. Just the cello just
yeah.
And I'm like,
and especially if you look at all the preparation that went into making this film, including even the laugh, how to get the laugh, you know, he had to study like an actual condition where people like, it's not on purpose that they laugh, but it's kind of like it hurts them to laugh, right? Because it's like exhausting and stuff like that. And I like the way that he projected that laugh in the film. Because when he was in the train, like, he didn't mean to laugh. Like, he was just like you saw it in his face. He was nervous. He was like, dude, I'm going to get my ass kicked. But, like, he's still laughing.
That's why I wasn't laughing with that comedy, the comedy club scene where he goes up and he has that attack. And people in my theater were laughing. I'm like, guys, like, I feel bad for this guy. Like, this is... That's sympathy, that part... Dude. That part was the last time where I felt some sort of empathy for Arthur in there. That's where I said that was the last part for me where it stopped. Like, that was the only part there where I was feeling bad because this was the one thing that he's wanted to do his whole life. He thinks that he's good at comedy, and he goes up there just for his condition to basically screw it up for him. It was bad. It was really sad, man. It was sad.
And okay, spoiler, right? But
yeah, spoilers are up.
What a plot twist. The fact that and I knew something was wrong with it. The fact that he had no connection to that girl, to that
Zazie
young
Beetz?
lady.
Yeah.
No connection at all. I was like so surprised. I was like,
yeah.
What the hell? Like when he walked into that door, to that room, I was like, wait, why is he so like weird about it? Like what's the matter or whatever? And she comes out and she's like, hey, who are you? And she's like, oh, you're that guy that's in, whatever room. You need to get out or whatever. And then plus obviously you know what happens next.
Yeah.
But crazy. And then they go through all the scenes back again to where he's actually just there by himself, like laughing by himself, ordering whatever. I think he was ordering a hot dog or something by himself, walking by himself.
Where he was like, in the hospital by himself.
And then the more you realize that part, the more you realize, well, what is actually real? Like,
so like we were discussing that. I think the end scene, I don't think that's real. I don't think that's real. The part where he gets pulled out I think it's real that he got hit by the car. Yeah, I think that's real. I don't think it's real that they pulled him out of the I don't think it's real that they pulled him out of the car and basically put him out and he had his big moment with his supporters. I don't think so. I don't think that really happened. I don't think that was real. I think it was real that he killed the psychiatrist for sure. Everything after that was real. But I think that he got hit and he went to the hospital and that's how he ended up in psychiatrist.
Yeah, because the more you think about it, because there is obviously they have the Joker's goons, right, or whatever. But exactly, like you don't know what's real because that scene itself told you what kind of, because this whole movie is kind of like a perspective type of thing, because essentially at the end of the movie you see that he's telling the nurse or the psychiatrist whatever he's saying, right? Like he's talking about it. So it's like, at what part is it real? Is it real that he even knows Bruce Wayne, Thomas Wayne? Is that really his dad? Is that not really his dad?
Yeah.
Does his mom? Did he ever kill his own mom? Did he even have a mom?
I think he killed his mom.
Did he come from this part of New York, like Gotham, or did he actually do it? Like you question what is the reality, and I like that this film isn't going to tell you anything.
Yes.
I hope they don't make like a director's cut where like they explain, oh, this is actually what they. I hope they don't. I hope they leave you with that mystery in your head.
Yeah.
For you to constantly think like, oh, what is real, what isn't real. And obviously great job to the performer himself, because being performed, that level of acting, that's like real acting.
You have to go somewhere in there, and that's why I think that that's why I think that the possibility of a sequel is just bizarre to me, because I don't think Joaquin can go back to that place and pull out that performance again. I think that that's a once-in-a-lifetime performance he gave us. I think that the more I think about it, that's got to be so straining on him just to go to that place and give that performance.
Right, and it's and you can only do that so much before it starts taking a physical and emotional toll on your body. And I think that we got enough from that performance, so we can say, here's the masterpiece, let's put it in the shelf, and this is gonna belong to the Hall of Fames or the greatest movies of all times. Like, this is a movie that people, like they did with The Godfather and with all these other movies, this, I feel, in my opinion, and yes, even though it's a superhero movie, it's gonna be in that same category. So when people talk about these movies, they're gonna say
it's gonna be analyzed for years to come.
Exactly. They're gonna be like, wow, in film school and in all these things, they're gonna be studying these types of things. This is the technique he was using. This is how he got to this. This is the camera angle. This is the song. This is how they chose this. This is how they did that. Because the movie itself was absolutely perfect.
Yeah. I think this movie also has a lot to say, man. I think this movie was in the way that it basically shows off classism. How this guy loses his treatment for his mental health because of budget cuts, because of the way that he lost this treatment, and it leads this whole part of Gotham that does not work for the poor, does not work for the mentally ill. It is creating this person, and of course, there's stuff that really leads him to finally do that big shift where he becomes the irredeemable character. But at the beginning, you kind of like,
no, for sure,
you kind of feel for this poor dude who has so many mental issues, but he keeps just being like put down so much, to the point where when they finally take away that help, he's gonna go off the end, and it's gonna make him shift to that irredeemable character that he is.
Because like I like what you said. Well, for me at least, throughout most of the film, I still had empathy for him because he was a product of his environment, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not justifying with people who are crazy and they end up doing that. I'm not saying that, but everyone gets to a certain level through a series of events. No one is born. Had the situation been different, let's say, for example, Thomas Wayne was his father, and he took care of him, and he did all these things for him, would he have turned out the same way? Most likely, probably not, right?
Yeah.
But that's where you go back to the classism.
Yeah.
The budget cuts, this is what leads people to essentially fend for themselves, and a lot of people aren't as strong-willed.
Remember what he said. If it would have been me on that street, dead, killed, you guys wouldn't have batted an eye. But the fact that it was three dudes from Wall Street, three white dudes from Wall Street, you guys are out here saying that, I'm evil. He goes, if it was been me, like, he would. It's true, and it has a lot to say about the fact that poor people die every fucking day in this country, and nobody says anything. But like but the example I gave on tomorrow's review, I said that what's it called? If tomorrow Jeff Bezos were to pass away, we would be talking about it for years. For sure. Just like we still talk about Steve Jobs' death. And we still talk about these billionaires who die, but poor people die every day, and we're not doing anything to change that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, and it's an incredible piece of art, man. It has a lot to say and a lot of and I like that you're saying that what's it called? You were like you were analyzing this guy, because to me there's a certain part where we finally don't see Arthur anymore. We don't see Arthur anymore. We see Joker, and then towards the end is where Arthur and Joker kind of fuse to make that character that we're seeing, and he loses all those qualities that we're redeeming of Arthur. You know, the love for his mom, you know, the will to want to get better, and what's it called? And just does the empathy he had for certain people.
Exactly.
And then all those things they left. They went away once he finally embraced the Joker and he fuses those two characters together.
Exactly. And I can see that throughout the whole film, most of the film. This split personality per se. Where there's an identifiable measure of character between both of them, where this is Arthur and this is his more radical side.
Yeah.
But throughout the progression of the film, you see that let's say it's like a pie chart. You see that the Arthur part in the pie chart keeps getting smaller and smaller throughout each thing that goes his way.
Yeah.
And doesn't work in his favor. Towards the end, leading him to be
just
I guess
Joker.
Like the Joker and be a bad person. And then that's when you see later on all this crap that the Joker's not even in the comic books, which is kind of fucked up too, right? And I like that they're exploring that too.
Yeah. It's
but what can I say? I mean, and I also want to talk a little bit about I saw this movie and I think you had mentioned it. Taxi Driver?
Yes, sir. Taxi Driver.
1972? Somewhere there?
I think 1972. Yes, this is what this movie takes a lot of inspiration from. This one and King of Comedy. Yes, Arthur is very much like Travis Bickle in that movie. So, you know, the fact that, but a lot of people found Travis redeemable because he was basically killing pimps and corrupt politicians. So, you know, child molesters and all that stuff, which, but in this one, that's where they take a little bit of a difference, where I think that at the end, it's where it's like, you know, the Joker really kind of crossed the line. But, you know, in his mind, he killed Murray because, you know, he was just one of those other people who were making fun of him. And, you know, like Murray literally brings Arthur on the show to make fun of him. That's all he brings him for. It's like, wow, like that's such a shitty thing to do, man. But
and you also see the division of class too. When he does show up to the to do his interview and he's in the green room, and Robert De Niro's character comes into the green room, and he's like, Arthur's like, Murray, and then the other guy's like, no. Mr. What's his last name? I forgot his last name.
Mr. Cow. I don't remember.
Whatever his last name. He's like trying to give this like, no, you're there, you're here, address him as so, or whatever the fuck. And I see that throughout the whole film too, where like there's people that are always like, and it also boils my blood too, man. Like this separation of class and like the division of people, and how some people get treated better or worse based off of your color, the amount of money you have. But let's be honest though, the real root of the world's problems,
it's class,
isn't well for me is not necessarily racism or the color of your skin. It's the division of money, dude. Like that money. Like when people say money talks, it really talks, man.
It just so happens to be that the one certain amount of people that are just as poor as shit are basically the people of color in this country, which sucks, man. And it's classism is a huge thing, and it gets brought up. And his last name was Franklin, Murray Franklin. Right. But he's like, no, that's Mr. Franklin. And he's like, no, let him call me Murray. Like, you know, whatever. Yeah. It's dude, and I cannot believe I saw fucking Robert De Niro get clapped for the first time. Like, I didn't, like, you know, I'm so used to him doing the shooting,
the clapping, and
he got clapped. I was like, what the fuck?
I know. That's what I was wondering too. I was like,
Mm.
and it was such a deep shot. Like I thought they were gonna cut away. You know how they usually cut away when they shoot someone?
They don't.
No, it was a straight shot. Like it was like him getting up. It was
Yeah.
a shot, and then there was a bullet, and then the splat
Mhm.
in the back of the
Yeah.
back of the wall. And then you're like, oh shit, he really just killed him on national television.
Yeah.
Everyone's leaving the plays. Everyone's scared. He gets
Yeah.
the camera. He points it towards him. He says some crap.
And then you notice that they still don't cut. They still don't cut after that.
Mm-mm.
They're still broadcasting it,
Exactly.
which in turn inspires all these other people to do these terrible things, which inspires the death of Martha and Thomas Wayne.
And it's weird. And I like that. I like
Yeah.
that they somehow related it to
Yeah.
the Gotham City, like
Yeah.
like the bringing up of the bringing up of Bruce Wayne,
Hmm.
how his whole start got, parents being
Yeah.
killed, and it was all relating back to the Joker.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't want to have to see that scene again. I've seen it so many fucking times in movies. But the way they did it, basically, the guy who killed him was inspired by Joker. I was like, that's more smart thing to do there. Like, I was like, okay, cool, yeah, I'm down with that. And people who said that there wasn't a hero in this movie, I think that if you look at it beyond what happens after this film, there is a hero. Of course, it's Bruce. He's the one who becomes Batman, and he's the one who will, pledge to, keep Gotham safe and fight the Joker. There's your hero. You just already know who the hero is. There's just no one trying to stop him yet. There's nobody trying to stop Joker yet.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know how much more I can just keep praising this movie. I think this movie does something that a lot of movies are scared to do these days and really kind of push the envelope. But you talked about Taxi Driver. What did you think about Taxi Driver?
So I watched this film knowing absolutely zero things about it. And I actually watched this film after watching Joker so that I wouldn't have any pre-notion of
preconceived notions,
of comparison or anything like that. So when I watched this film, obviously great performance by Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
Sorry for praising you, a little 40 years later, but still great film, Robert.
You talking to me?
Hey, you talking to me? Get the fuck out of here.
Who the fuck are you talking to? You talking to? You're with me. You talking to me? Talking to me?
You're gonna burn
it. He has so many quotable lines in all these movies that he does with Marty. It's great, man.
It defeats the purpose.
It's starting to look like Choco. Bring it over here. It's starting to look like Choco. I've got no choice. I've got no choice.
You left it on choice.
Oh man.
But no, what a great film. I like that movie too.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of similarities with the Joker film here.
Mm-hmm.
You see this, it focuses on one specific character. I guess it starts off with him being like an insomniac, and he gets a job, and then he gets his obsession.
Yeah.
The obsession doesn't go well. Then he turns it into hate because he's mistreated all the time. And I see the similarities. That movie's such a great movie. And I like at the end how and it's weird because he got away with it, right? Because he was literally, if you think about it, this guy was about to kill the president or the presidential candidate.
This is where it's like similar in the way Joker. We don't know if what Travis is imagining at the end is real or not.
Exactly.
Because he's so mentally ill. He obviously has insomnia, but he also obviously has PTSD from being a war vet.
Yeah.
He was discharged. Yeah.
He said he was discharged, but he never mentioned why he had the insomnia, why he was insomniac, or any of that. But the film at the end is the one we're talking about. We don't know if it's real or not. Is when he's driving in the taxi, and
Betsy,
the young lady that was supposed to be his love interest or whatever, gets in the back of the car, and he drives her. And then at the end, I don't know what happened at the end. She gets out of the car and she's like, "How much do I owe you?" And then he just smiles at her, winks, and then just drives off. And then the film ends like that.
Yeah.
So you think you're kind of confused. You're like,
what happened?
That? Yeah. Like what happened? Like, and it leaves you such a lot of unanswered questions.
Yeah.
But overall, that film
Yeah.
Wow, like I never thought that I would enjoy, because for me, for example, I'm not a person who likes older films too much. Obviously, you got the classics like The Godfather. You have all these films that are set in stone, but I don't really like giving them a chance. Like I know you like watching a lot of foreign old films.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
But I just can't get into it. But this movie, I'm so glad it just randomly came into my head. I don't know if it was you who had mentioned or something like that. And then I saw it was on Netflix, and I was like, well, let's give it a shot.
Yeah.
Great film.
Yeah.
And I want to see more of that now. Like, I want to see these mind psychological films.
Yeah.
Again, and I want to see more of that crap here.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, man.
Overall, yeah.
Taxi Driver is one of my favorites. Taxi Driver is one of my favorites of all time, dude. It's such a good movie. Now I was gonna say you should probably do a Raging Bull next, because kind of like that's the one where it's like, get it, bring it out, man. That's where it comes from. That's
the iconic. I've seen obviously the short clips of it.
Yeah,
but I've never seen the actual full film.
Yeah,
I think I'll give it a chance.
That's an interesting one. I think that's 89. I think that's 89. So it's not too old, but it's also really interesting the way he kind of analyzes and dissects the character of this guy, and it's a really good film. But yeah, I'm glad you liked it, man. But one of my favorite movies of all time, and it's just the way he makes New York also a character, just like this movie makes Gotham a character.
Exactly.
It's interesting. Plus, it's crazy that Robert De Niro can pull off a mohawk like that.
I know, right? Like, you would think it sucked, but man, I was intimidating when he had all these knives under his sock and things on his chest and shit. Like, I was like, fuck, dude, this is scary Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
Like, I know Mafia Robert De Niro, but like, this is even scarier. This is like psychopath Robert De Niro.
Yeah, this is fucking scary.
Young psychopath Robert De Niro.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Now he does shitty comedies with Zac Efron and crap, but I still give him my respect. But
Yeah. Yeah,
come on, Robert. Why'd you go with Zac Efron? Why'd you do that fucking film? That was a shit movie.
I'm happy to say I've never watched Dirty Grandpa, so
No, thank God. I have not either. But I mean, have you even seen the trailers to that shit?
Yeah, I saw the trailers. It looked bad. It looks bad.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
So,
okay.
But yeah,
whoever fucking Robert De Niro's manager at that time was, I hope they fired him.
At least he has the Irishman coming up with Pesci, Al Pacino, and all those guys again. He's doing that movie with what's it called, with Marty again. So he's working with Marty again. So yeah, at least he's got that. But yeah, a great movie, dude.
Can't wait for this film, by the way.
Huh?
Can't wait for the Joker film when it comes out. Definitely gonna be buying that film.
Oh yeah, it's going up on that shelf. It's going up along with Midsommar. I gotta go and pick that up. Gotta go to check out Best Buy where it's at, because it's already out on Blu-ray. I gotta go pick that one up. So
Midsommar. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So with that being said, man, I already said it on my Saturday review. I give this movie a 10 out of 10. This is freaking perfect. I think that it's going to be a while until we see another movie like this. I think that we're going to be talking about this movie for years.
Agreed.
Just the discourse going on online right now about everything about this movie being dangerous and whatever. It's just showing you that we're going to keep discussing this movie for a while.
Agreed. And I would give my reviewing a very similar 10 out of 10 overall, just because of its unique direction, its actors, camera angles, lighting, where it was set. I like the locations in every single set. It seems very New York, even though I've never been to New York, but it gives me a perception of what New York is and the underprivileged class. 10 out of 10 for me. Would watch again. Would pay money at the theater. Top dollar to watch it again.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Gonna go ahead and get into the housekeeping here. If you want to support the show directly and you want to have a hand in the way that this show works, in the sense of like, being able to support us directly, go to www.patreon.com/thenerdcore. Help us out there. We're trying to do things with this brand in phase 3 that we're planning, and we're doing a lot of great things with it. And a lot of that is riding on the fact that we're trying to get as much support on our Patreon as possible. And I hope you guys go over there and check that out. We got to really throw some shout outs to our producers, our associate producers, Cassie and Sarah. They're awesome. They're the reason these shows happen. And also Grayson and Shane. Grayson Barker 98 on Instagram. Warlord Hitman 98 on Twitter. Thank you, Grayson, for being the first as executive producer of the podcast, and I'm pretty sure we're nearing a year of your patronage. So we love you for that. We love you for that.
God bless you, sir.
Yeah, twitch.tv/SRRKK for Shane, and Twitter at SRRKK Twitch. Go and follow him and give him all the love, you know. Merchandise. If you want a sticker of this show or the Two Latin Lovers shirt, go to www.teespring.com/store/nerdcore. Also, check us out on social media, Twitter at the Nerdcore _, Instagram at the Nerdcore, Facebook group, the Nerdverse, the official Nerdcore group. Rate and review the podcast on your podcast app of choice, and go check out the website, thenerdcore.com. And look at all the cool stuff we got up there, a bunch of written reviews. And we also have a YouTube channel where we're uploading a lot of our old stuff, and we're putting on new stuff. I did a Joker non-spoiler review on there, so you guys should go and check that out. I worked pretty hard on it. I did some editing on that. The first time in a long time I've done editing. So, yeah. So, old episodes are going to be released as they come, and right now for the main show, you have the first 2 episodes, so you can go check that out. And without further ado, man, it's been a wonderful time here with Luis, and we did a pretty long episode today, man. We just had a lot to talk about this movie, man. Yeah. So, Luis, you want to say anything before we leave?
Yeah. My name is Luis from the Luis Garcia Show. No, I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second. Hey guys, I'm Luis Garcia from the Nerd Corpse podcast, and you're watching Disney Channel. I've always wanted to do that, man. But
I know you have. Channel. See you later, guys.
Okay, man. All right, cool.
We'll see you guys next week.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, Bella.